We're going to be starting in a minute, so welcome. On behalf of Sam Houston State University School of Nursing faculty and staff, I would like to welcome the students of Cohort 21, the class of December 2022, and their family and friends who are hopefully live streaming to our white coat ceremony. At this time, I would like to introduce Dr. Rodney Runyon, the Dean of the College of Health Sciences.
Thank you, Dr. Zinn. I appreciate it. So thank you to all of you for joining this celebration, those of you in the virtual audience. I don't think this is going to be another Oprah special, but it is going out worldwide. This is an important step. I was just kidding, by the way. This is an important step in the academic preparation undertaken by these nursing students. I don't have to tell any of you today more than ever the importance of this profession to the health of our communities and our nation. More importantly, for most of you, you will eventually be key members of a team tasked with maintaining our health as individuals. But you are in great hands with a highly qualified and engaged faculty to guide you. To demonstrate that, the average first-time pass rate for the past 5 cohorts is over 98%. 2 of those 5 cohorts hit 100%. Now, besides coming to these kind of celebrations, which are a lot of fun, my job also includes fielding concerns and complaints from students from time to time. I get calls or emails each semester from nursing students, often with complaints that distill down to this: the faculty are too demanding. I'm serious. Before you call me in your second semester about your demanding instructors, I want you to think about these 2 numbers: 98% and 100%. The faculty are clapping for that one, and deservedly so. The faculty will demand much of you. Trust them. Trust the process. When you graduate from our School of Nursing, if recent history is any indication, your chances of starting a successful career as a nurse are at least 98%. Now, does that mean I don't want you to call me? No, you can call me. Please do. Where's Will? Will will probably call me once a week. Exactly. So you guys know Will already, right? He'll call me. That's fine. I want to hear from you, or any of you. So this cohort of 90 plus began its journey as a group selected from more than 350 applicants. Today, you take another step towards entering a profession that, according to research by Fisk and Dupree, is one of the most respected in America. I congratulate you and wish you the best in your academic careers. Thank you. Dr. Zinn?
Thank you, Dr. Runyon, for those inspiring, I hope, words. So SHSU admitted the first group of nursing students in January of 2011. We have now reached our 10-year mark, finally. We have grown from those humble beginnings of 20 students and 5 faculty to where we are today. There are 394 pre-licensure students, 87 RN to BSN students, and 21 full-time faculty and 8 full-time staff. The School of Nursing has graduated 660 pre-licensure students and 37 RN to BSN students. These graduates are helping to improve the healthcare of our community and nation. This ceremony is very special. As students, you have entered the foundation phase of your career as a professional nurse. Preparing for nursing means changing. Nursing is both an art and a science. Nurses are privileged to be with people when they are the most vulnerable. We provide support, both emotionally and physically, for patients, families, and communities. Students who commit to the nursing profession must be dedicated, passionate, intelligent, and mature. At this time, I would like to recognize our faculty and staff, without whom the school would not exist. Faculty and staff, please rise, and some of them are at the back. During this ceremony, we will present you with a white coat to symbolize your entrance into the profession. Historically, the capping ceremony symbolized entrance to the profession of nursing as a student nurse. In 2014, the Arnold Gold Foundation and the American Association of Colleges of Nursing funded 100 schools to start the white coat ceremony as a new tradition for nursing. SHSU was fortunate enough to be selected for that opportunity. Congratulations as you embark on the journey to your career as a professional nurse. Seek to learn all you can from the patients you will encounter in this journey, and may they be blessed by your care. And now, Dr. Devin Berry, the Director of the School of Nursing.
On behalf of the Sam Houston State University School of Nursing, I would like to welcome the students and their family and friends who may be watching remotely to our white coat ceremony. As Dr. Zinn mentioned, I am Devin Berry, the new director of the School of Nursing, and I am very pleased to be joining you in person today. Especially pleased because I spent about 30 minutes walking around the campus to locate this building. So I'm really happy to be here, to have made it before it started, just a few minutes. As you prepare to take this rite of passage that marks your entry into the nursing profession, I want to take just a moment to let you know how much Harris, Montgomery, and Walker counties and all of Southeast Texas stand to benefit from your future work as a nurse if you refuse to be good. You heard me correctly. If you will refuse to be good. Now that I've got you wondering who invited me, let me share a quote from the well-known business writer Jim Collins. He says this: "Good is the enemy of the great." And that is one of the key reasons why we have so little that becomes great. We don't have great schools principally because we have good schools. We don't have great government principally because we have good government. Few people attain great lives in large part because it is just so easy to settle for a good life. The vast majority of organizations never become great precisely because the vast majority become quite good. And that is the main problem. Did you know that Montgomery County, the county that our School of Nursing is located in, is ranked as number 10 out of 97 counties in Texas for the best health outcomes in the state? In other words, when it comes to things like being physically active, having access to doctors, graduating from high school, and experiencing low levels of pollution, you're doing better than almost 90% of the rest of the counties in the state. And I'd say that's pretty good. However, if you are content with good, it will mean that Texans will remain ranked dead last among states for access to care. You heard me correctly. Proportionally speaking, more Texans are unable to get the care they need when they need it than in any other state in this country. If you're content with good, 21% of children in Texas will remain in poverty, and in some cases, minority children will experience poverty at rates greater than 3 times the majority population. If you remain content with good, the nursing shortage in Texas will continue to be the second highest in the nation, with a shortage of almost 16,000 RNs projected by the year 2030. My great challenge to you is to not be satisfied with good or even pretty good. Go for great, because this is the only path to excellence, and it is the best for the Texans that most of you will serve in the future. This will require you to cultivate discontent. Not the kind that tears down and destroys, but the kind that builds up and creates. Never satisfied with good, always searching for better. And that's not easy. So here are 3 places you can find an inexhaustible source of fuel for your discontent. Disparities in health. There are almost 1,000 studies that confirm people experience better or worse health outcomes for reasons should have nothing to do with the health care they receive, such as their color, their gender, their religion, or their socioeconomic status. Let disparities in health feed your discontent. Errors in health care. Medical errors are the 3rd leading cause of death in the United States today. And by all counts, that is probably an underestimate. Let the devastating impact of errors in healthcare feed your discontent. Spending more for less. The U.S. spends more than any other country in the world on healthcare for health outcomes that are among the worst in first world countries. We die younger and we die sicker than most comparable countries in the world. Let an ineffective healthcare system feed your discontent. And let that discontent be driven into motivation to change things for the better. Here is what you need to know as you enter the profession of nursing. By virtue of your education, you will have the potential to change these realities. Whether or not that potential will be fully realized depends on your grit, your persevering determination to not be satisfied with good, but to constantly push for great. This is what distinguishes a Sam Houston nurse. And this is the journey that you are about to embark upon. Don't waste a minute. Thank you.
Now for the part you all have been waiting for. I'm going to announce the names, and then I'm going to read the statements as to why the students chose nursing. First student is Melissa Almendarez. Throughout my life, I have been lucky enough to have enough healthcare experiences that most people of my age haven't had. When I was in high school, I had the opportunity to volunteer at a women's clinic that provided free pap smears to women who could not afford them. Being able to help those women enforced my desire to become a nurse. C.R. Anwar. The purpose of my life is to be a conduit for God's mercy. When I was going through my chemotherapy treatments, I appreciated the nurses who showed me compassion and care. At that moment, I knew that there is no better way of fulfilling my purpose in life than to becoming a nurse and showing others that same level of care. I start this journey in the same name of Allah, and merciful and the beneficent. Emily Arjona. I want to be a nurse because it is a very admirable profession and I love to care for others. I want to be able to make a difference in someone's life, no matter how big or small, and able to be there for people in their best times of their lives while also helping others through their worst. Boluwatafe Babalola. When I was 10, I lost my mom to cancer, and I have always wished I was able to do more. While caring for my mom, I was surrounded by lots of nurses and doctors. I would feel honored to do the same for other families. I am surrounded by lots of people who inspire me, and I would love to make my dad proud. As a nurse, so I could do more for others, and it would be my utmost privilege. Farsini Battle. I want to positively impact my patients and community. There is always someone watching, so I want to set a good example by becoming a great leader for my peers. I also enjoy meeting new people and being able to help them to the best of my ability. Esther Bennett. I want to be a nurse because I enjoy helping and serving others. I want to be in a profession that makes a difference in people's lives and provides professional development opportunities. I also want a variety of work environments and specialties that I can choose from. Patricia Bernardes. I choose nursing because I want to help make a positive difference. The thought of helping someone feel better brings me great satisfaction. The trust and respect that comes with being a nurse is also another reason why I want to become a nurse. Maddie Beal. I want to do something in my career that is challenging, interesting, and makes a difference in the lives of others. Continuing my education in a prestigious field like nursing while being able to touch the lives of people in need is a dream I am so excited to fulfill. And I am so blessed to have the opportunity and endless support from my family to achieve all of my goals. Rachel Butler. In a perfect world, there would be no suffering, but our world is not perfect. So all I have ever wanted in life is to help people who are suffering. I've been at rock bottom, and I believe my purpose is to let people know they are not alone, and there is at least one person out there fighting for them. Me. I want to be a nurse to love people during their darkest times. Lauren Byford. I want to be a nurse because I have always had a passion for helping and caring for others. Nursing has always been an occupation I have wanted to pursue, and I am so honored to be in the nursing program at my dream school. Hannah Shelmers. I want to be a nurse after seeing my grandma struggle with Alzheimer's, which is something that has encouraged me to help those who can't help themselves. I want to be the light in someone else's life when they themselves may not be at their best. Vishan Chanawala. My inspiration to become a nurse comes from an inborn desire to care for people in need, whether it be normal patients, psych patients, homeless people. I have a burning desire to help improve their situations. By no means am I the most blessed individual, but I am far from being the least, and I want to help everyone who is going through a tough time. Mallory Compton. I want to be a nurse as I have witnessed many of my family members fight cancer, hypertension, and other health-related issues that took a toll on their everyday life. I feel as if I can be a support system for patients and families in my community when they are going through some of the toughest times of their lives. Porfirio Covarrubias. Why did I choose this career? It is a difficult and stressful job, but it will be rewarding with experiences and money. Shame, shame. As cliche as it sounds, I enjoy meeting new people and sometimes building friendly relationships with them while helping them. Hannah Derringer. Helping people has always been something I have strived to do and enjoyed, and becoming a nurse allows me to do that every time I clock in. Not just clocked in, you're never off. Abigail Dodge. I hope to be a nurse because I love to care for people, especially through medicine, and I feel there is not enough caring people in our world today. Also, I believe that God has given me an opportunity to help a lot of people through becoming a nurse, and I should not sit idle with such a great blessing. Nisi Ekanem. I want to become a nurse to provide high-quality care to anyone in need of it, and also becoming a nurse will give me the opportunity to work with all kinds of people. Daisy Irvin. I want to be a nurse because I have always loved helping others, and the profession of nursing provides me with the ability to make a positive difference in patients' lives on a daily basis. Allison Etzler. It all started with me playing with my baby doll and a stethoscope when I was a little girl. I fell in love with this occupation due to the loyalty, compassion, and trustworthiness I observed from the nurses while visiting my terminally ill grandfather in the hospital. I have always displayed the desire to care for and help someone in a time of need. I can't wait to be the nurse who makes a difference in many people's lives. Nafi Fernandez. My mother has had a love for medicine for as long as I can remember. She taught me that love through showing me how to care for others when they are not healthy. I want to become a nurse to be able to professionally help those that need saving, to ensure that as a human race, we teach each other to care and have compassion for our peers when they are in need. Hannah Fields. We've all met terrible nurses. If you want something done right, do it yourself. So now I'm becoming a nurse. Thank you. Take a bow. Take a bow. There you go. Own it. Adriana Fisher. I want to be a nurse so that I can be a positive change in my community that helps educate and provide health care to any and everyone who needs assistance. Christopher Gilbert. I want to make a difference via helping others. When people ask me how I want to help others, nursing is the career that comes to mind every time. To me, nurses have the ability to make the biggest difference in many lives. Stephanie Gonzaga. I want to be a nurse because I enjoy the patient interactions during my middle school volunteer experiences. In 2019, I started volunteering for a hospice care center to determine if I was still comfortable spending time with patients. I loved it, but felt helpless due to my restrictions as a volunteer. When an aide comforted the patients, I admired their skills and realized that I wanted to learn those communication and nursing skills too. Laura Gonzalez. I want to become a nurse to impact someone's life positively and maybe even give them a second chance at life. I want to use my profession to show people kindness, love, and empathy, which is something that unfortunately not everyone gets to experience. I truly believe it is in my nature to help others, and it is what brings me the most joy. That is why I want to become a nurse. Chantal Grimaldo. I want to be a nurse because it is an exciting, challenging, and rewarding profession. I will have the opportunity to directly impact people's lives while continuing to gain new skills and knowledge. I have also been inspired by my grandmother, mother, and older sister. These incredible women have taught me to be hardworking, empathetic, and resilient, all of which are characteristics I believe are essential to the nursing profession. Kate Harris. I have always been intrigued by taking care of others. I wanted to choose a career path that was not only challenging, but also rewarding. After job shadowing a respiratory therapist, going on a medical mission trip to Africa, and working as a caregiver, I decided that nursing was the career path I wanted to take. My hope as a nurse is to provide the care and strength to families even in their hardest times. Madeline Hurd. I want to become a nurse because I want to make a difference. I want to be the positivity in my patients' lives when they are at their most vulnerable or weakest points. Nursing requires passion and drive for the field because it's definitely not easy. I want to make sure my patients are comfortable and feel safe and have people who care about them like their family would. Matthew Herrera. I want to be a nurse to provide a positive service to society by improving the well-being and health of the public. Adam Holloway. I want to become a nurse to improve the health of people I come into contact with and help improve their lives. My goal as a healthcare professional is to become an expert in the field and maintain the health of my community through quality care. My inspiration to be a nurse comes from my family, other healthcare professionals, and the satisfaction of helping people who need it. Abigail Holu. I want to be a nurse so I can help fight for those who can't fight for themselves anymore. Well said. Marina Honig. I want to be a nurse because growing up, my mother was a nurse herself, and seeing all of her hard work pay off and how she was able to positively impact the lives of others truly inspired me. I love the idea of having a career that allows me to help others every day while continuing to learn, as well as challenge and improve myself along the way. Hadley Jeffers. I want to be a nurse to serve others by advocating and providing for the well-being of those in my care, as well as becoming a positive influence to those in my community. Sydney Jensen. In my senior year of high school, I participated in clinical rotations and had an opportunity to witness the difference nurses made in the lives of their patients. It became obvious that nursing was the perfect fit between my passion of helping others and my love for challenges. It's an exciting, fast-paced profession that gives you the opportunity to positively impact your community and others, so much flexibility with various specialties. Savannah Juarez. It is important to me to leave an impact on people's lives so that they feel like I made a difference. Becoming a nurse gives me the opportunity to positively impact multiple people's lives every day. This profession also offers the opportunity for me to have a continuing educational growth path to challenge me and make myself and my parents proud. Hannah Kimbrell. I have witnessed firsthand the impact and the value nurses have with their patients, their community, and beyond. Nurses are the front line of patient care and have the ability to physically, emotionally, and spiritually aid a person's well-being. Becoming a nurse will give me the opportunity to give back to my community that has given so graciously to me. Will Kinch. I want to be a nurse because I've never had a nurse that looks like me. As an African-American man, I understand that representation is important, and I would like to be that for others. Nurses connect with patients on a deeper level, and we have seen that during the pandemic. I want to be the person on the front lines making a difference every day. Carla Leon. I knew from an early age that I wanted to pursue a career in nursing with the interest of caring, educating, impacting, and encouraging patients in both their most fortunate and toughest times. Vivian Lip. Coming from a family of nurses, I've always been interested in this profession. I find nursing to be an exciting field with its continuous changing and adapting and endless opportunities. With nursing, you can travel the world, expand your knowledge, and make a difference, all while getting paid. Ultimately, when I look back on my life, I want to see that I made a positive impact on society. I feel there is no better path for me than to become a nurse, and nothing I would be more proud of. Karen Lira. I want to be a nurse because I want to make a difference in people's lives. I want to help patients when they are in their worst and most vulnerable moments. I want to be able to work with them to improve their health and achieve their goals. I believe that my commitment, passion, and caring for people will be key to becoming the best nurse I can be. Evelyn Lopez. Nursing will be a way for me to help improve the health of myself, my parents, my siblings, my future family, and my community. It is both a career and a lifestyle that is challenging yet beautiful in every aspect. Jill Lorea. Being a caregiver has made me realize that I want to be a nurse. I want the knowledge to be able to step up and help even more. In 2017, I started volunteering with hospice patients because I wanted to challenge myself in situations that would be very emotional, dealing with death, and I surprised myself. I have found myself feeling grateful that I got to know these people before they passed away. Manaya Lucky. I desire to be a labor and delivery nurse because I want to make a difference one life at a time by providing heartfelt care to babies and their mothers. With my earnings, I would also like to give back to my community. I'll take it. Nathan T. Maduta. I want to be a nurse to care for those in need by being loving, caring, and joyful. Loving by being open-handed and freely giving people whatever they need. Caring by being there for people through their hardships and walking with them for support. And joyful by bringing the joy of Jesus, our Savior. The hope of Jesus, our Savior. Joseph Magali. My mother has been a nurse for about 5 years, but before that, she was a paramedic for decades. She would tell me stories about some of the situations she encountered, and it made me want to be in healthcare, specifically trauma. Ben McClary. I decided to become a nurse so I can help people when they are at a point in their life where they may be scared or afraid. Rachel Matthews. Growing up, my sister, Growing up, my sister had a health condition that required her to be in the hospital for over 2 years. Throughout this hard time, I saw how the nurses continuously showed compassion and support for my sister during her treatment. I want to become a nurse to help others heal on the road to recovery by creating a positive environment and spreading compassion to all the lives of the community. Paul Gerritsen McKinney. I want to be a nurse to better help those around me and have a fulfilling career. Ashlyn Medlin. I want to do something that is challenging, interesting, and most importantly, I want to help people through the most vulnerable moments of their lives. Leah Odusina. Becoming a nurse will ensure that my time is spent in a meaningful working as a vital member of society. Nurses are well respected, and there are many ways to succeed in the field. I choose a career with increasing demand, flexibility, and fellowship. As a nurse, I will gain the knowledge and skills through education to provide resources and proper care to those in need, especially during critical times such as our current pandemic. Patricia Palacios. I want to be a nurse because I want to make a difference in people's lives. Since I was young, I always had a passion for helping others in need and taking care of them. I love serving my community and seeing the positive difference my contribution makes. I want to be the nurse that a patient trusts to provide the best quality of care to improve their health and ease their life. Hannah Padrami. I want to be a nurse because I want to make an impact in my community and my patients. I hope that I can bring some light and joy to my patients and their loved ones in some of their most vulnerable moments. Rebecca Poray. The art of nursing, to me, and the reason I want to become a nurse, is the act of providing support in situations when it is needed most. To show compassion and care to sick patients in a stressful environment is something I will never take for granted. The consistently evolving technology and methods of medical care also always provides a chance to learn and grow in the profession. Raven Renfro. As a child, I saw my dad in and out of hospitals. I decided that I would pursue a career in nursing to help take care of him. In 2015, I became a licensed vocational nurse. Since then, nursing has been an extremely rewarding career and gives me a sense of fulfillment knowing I am making a difference in the lives of my patients. That encouraged me now to further my career to get my bachelor's in nursing. Valerie K. Rosario Coulon. One of the reasons I want to become a nurse is from the inspiration of great aunt and aunt. They have greatly encouraged me to pursue a degree in nursing since they taught me from early on to be a service to all who need my help. Another source of inspiration are my coworkers. The level of trust and care they have with the residents is something that I strive for in my nursing career. Zachary Roop. I want to be a nurse because I feel I am called by a higher power through life experiences and internal reflection. I want to be able to serve my community to the best of my capabilities. Courtney Rudder. I want to be a nurse because I want a career that will constantly push me to perform at my best and allow me the opportunity to change the lives of my future patients. Desiree Santos. I want to be a nurse because of my experience working as a clinic assistant at an elementary school clinic. The nurse I worked with became a mentor and a lifelong friend. Through her guidance, I experienced and learned so many new exciting things that ignited my passion for the healthcare field. Providing care for those students opened my eyes to the joy and rewarding nature of the nursing field. Hallie Schaefer. I want to be a nurse because I feel that helping others is the best way for me to have a lasting and permanent impact in this world. This, coupled with my lifelong passion for the medical field, has generated my drive, enthusiasm, and excitement to pursue this new journey. Alexis Shelvin. I am a first-generation minority college student who is determined to show others, including myself, the fruits of higher education. My purpose in life is to not only help my community through nursing, but to also encourage and pass the torch to the next generation. Nursing is not only a commitment to me, but most importantly, it is a commitment to society as health is a collective goal. My journey is just beginning. Minnie Schreitzer. Nursing, for me, has always been a subject of opportunity for growth where I can make a little difference in someone's life through care and kindness. I believe my motto to be a nurse is, every day is one more accomplishment, where I can deal with many aspects of patient care and enjoy my profession. Giovanna Soria. My desire to pursue a career as a nurse stems from my aspiration to be a beacon of hope and a provider of care to individuals that need it the most. Proverbs 3:27 states, "Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due, when it is in your power to act." I believe that the Lord provided me with the resources to serve his kingdom, and it is my purpose to do good. Eric Stanley. Can't sit still at a desk, and I like helping people. Rachel Steele. I've wanted to be a nurse for as long as I can remember, and as cliche as it sounds, I want to be a nurse to help people. I learned through personal experience what a significant impact a nurse can have in someone's life, and that is something I want to be able to do for others. Nursing gives me the opportunity to make a real difference and be the light during a dark situation. Kaylin Stigger. I am pursuing a career in nursing because I believe that service is in my calling. It is through nursing that I intend to use my skills and abilities to elevate the status of others to create stronger, healthier communities. Emily Stoker. I want to be an advocate for patients and their families and teach them to better care for their health. Helping people feel safe, educated, and empowered about their health is very important to me, especially helping those who may not have the resources or access to basic health care. Alex Savela. I want to be a nurse because I want to have a career that is challenging, interesting, and makes a difference in people's lives daily. Nursing is all that and more. With a heart. Ayukunle Tingbe. Growing up in my home country, Sierra Leone, I have seen too many people die prematurely as a result of a failing healthcare system. We are limited in terms of proper equipment and well-trained personnel. Now I have the opportunity to be trained in a system that works. My dream is to make a difference for my people back home in my own small way to ensure they receive quality health care like any human being deserves. Emnet Tesfalde. My uncle is one of the people who inspired me to be a nurse. He is one of few nurses that work in a remote area far from his hometown. Yet, he has been serving that place for more than a decade. What strikes most is he visits his family only a few times a year. Other things that motivated me to be a nurse are my curiosity, a love for a challenge, and a desire to care for others. Tiffany Thompson. I want to be a nurse because my older sister has been a nurse for many years now, and I have always looked up to her. I love talking to her about her work as a nurse and listening to her stories from work. She gave me the passion to pursue nursing. I also love the thought of going to work every day knowing I will help a person in need. Jocelyn Tobias. Nursing is the best job in the world. It is exciting and rewarding at the same time as it involves empathizing and helping others selflessly. Ever since I could remember, I would naturally enjoy taking care of people before taking care of myself, and because of that, it is in my nature to seek nursing as a profession. Isabella Trujillo. I actually did not want to be a nurse originally. I wanted to be a criminal justice major, but I realized I could do both and support my future family by becoming a forensic nurse, and I would be able to fulfill the love I have for serving others for my Savior, Jesus Christ. Serving others is the reason why I have chosen such a selfless field, and I have not regretted my decision. Haley Walker. Having an occupation in the healthcare field is something I have dreamed about for a while now. My passion began in 2013 when my grandpa passed away from a heart attack. My family and I assisted him while we waited for the ambulance to arrive. At that moment, I knew I wanted to become a nurse and help save others. Alicia Walton. My main inspiration to become a nurse is a strong desire to care for others. During this time, individuals are either at their most exciting or most vulnerable. Being able to provide the guidance and support at these times is one of the most rewarding feelings. Overall, I do believe that the nursing field is an incredible place to make a career out of, and it's full of so many amazing people and opportunities. Bailey, welcome. I want to become a nurse so that I can be in the position to make a positive difference in someone's life. I feel comfortable in a medical environment due to my upbringing and plan to build on skills I have acquired in my past. I want to be a nurse that helps patients in dire situations and encourages families to be positive given any circumstance. Linda Zhu. My goal in life is to help patients regain their health, learn more about diseases, their manifestations and treatment, and to promote healthcare education to my community. I feel the best way to achieve this goal is to become a nurse. Thank you. Next up, we have Ms. Shelley Bellis to lead the oath.
Congratulations, Cohort 20. If you will please rise, we will recite the white coat ceremony oath together. As a nurse dedicated to providing the highest quality care and services, I solemnly pledge that I will consider the welfare of humanity and relief of suffering using cultural sensitivity in a global context. Act in a compassionate and trustworthy manner in all aspects of my care. Apply my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for my patients. Exercise sound professional judgment while abiding by legal and ethical requirements. Commit to preparing for and attending all educational experiences. Accept the lifelong obligation to improve my professional knowledge and competence. Promote, advocate for, and strive to protect the health, safety, and rights of the patient. With this pledge, I accept the duties and responsibilities that embody the nursing profession. I take this oath voluntarily with the full realization of the responsibility with which I am entrusted by the public.
That ends the ceremony. Congratulations, you guys. All right, so our photographer, Mr. Blaylock, is going to give you some instructions for group photos.
Okay, gang, take about a half step in towards each other.